Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Compositions, the channel where you get to write your own music alongside with me. How are we all doing this evening? I hope we're all doing well, despite the current state of the world. Yesterday we started our adventures on Hymn to Christ the Light, a piece by Dr. Zebulon Hyben. We just ended this section in our brass quintet arrangement. Let's hear from the original how this sounds from this point on. Let's stop right there. Now this is a nice little beautiful section where the bass voices take over the melody. Let's try to represent that as well as we can in our current arrangement. Let us just select this entire section, going ahead and copy it over into the tenor line. Well, into the horn line here. And this part, we will just take... We'll put it in the bass part. Yes, and it's already in its correct octave. I haven't decided yet what we should do with the trombone here. Because if you hear this, it already feels like it fills that out more. Let's try, though, this part right here over into the trombone line and see how that sounds. That feels like it fills it in more. But I don't know if we need all this action over in the tuba line. And as we found out the other day, when we start pairing horn and tuba together, it turns the trombone line into this inner voice that shouldn't need it because it's playing the bass line. And I don't want the tuba to just be down an octave from this, so perhaps I will echo the soprano line here. If we just... going ahead and delete this line. But of course, shift it down an octave because I think that color will be better for tuba. And then if we add these appropriate lines into their trumpet parts, let's try it from here on out. That sort of bleeds out exactly how I envisioned listening to this piece. However, I think we can do one better here with a note change. Perhaps to the alto's G. Let's try that in here. Oh, we don't want that note change. Let's try it from here. Yeah, I like that change a lot more. So we'll need to change this marking right here to a slur instead of a tie. You're fine. You're the tie that I want to get rid of. Probably need to delete that note entirely. Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll just use our simple entry tool here to get us back into the right frame of mind for dynamics and whatnot, and our correct articulation. Good. Let's move on. I think this is a great place to end up being with this little 3-measure part. Let's go on ahead and copy all of these measures into their respective places. This A is a little bit low on trombone, but you can get it. It's fine. Of course, this piece is intended for collegiate musicians or more experienced musicians, really just musicians with post-high school training. And here, with the tuba line, instead of going back up to a D as the sopranos do, or in concert pitch, this would be going down to a B, or to a C. We can just hop it straight onto this lower bass part and really bring out our own sort of new idea with it. And then we can make it join it all here. We'll leave it down in this octave because that might be interesting. We'll try it like this. And then we'll try just the bass part down the octave now. In this land. I like that a lot. I like this transition that the tuba roll plays here. It doesn't leave it boring, and it leaves the piece interesting and full. It feels full and like it was intended like this. So let's move back to our trumpet lines and get these all in their correct places. We'll need to fix this dynamic when we go back and edit this piece. I forgot a couple of measures here. We'll cut those into place. And I like this downward line with the tuba. Let's listen to it from where we started, roughly. I just realized something wrong here with the trumpet line. This part should be up an octave. Let's put that back in its correct place. I like it here, but that's not right. That is not how it was originally intended. We will keep it much more in line with how it was originally intended. Now let's listen to it correctly. let's just finish this part out here. We just got to this 4/4 measure, so we'll need to change this to a 4/4 measure. Then change it back to 3/4. Oh, I'm a couple measures off. Back to 3/4. Da 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 da. You'd think I could remember where our measures are in this place. And horn just gets this beautiful, beautiful line. Although in the last video I said I was a tubist by trade, I started out as a trumpet player, as many tubists do, but then I went to horn. And here's where we'll change it to common time. And I only changed to tuba because my band director, as many band directors do across the world, need tubists more because some kids don't think the tuba's cool. Tuba's a cool instrument. You just gotta play it for as long as I did. Oh, just the bass line, please. Thank you very much. All right, let's listen to it from where we let off. Yeah, this down an octave thing was exactly what I was hoping here. And I didn't realize this until right now, that it just bled over into this. Let's try this down an octave. I don't think I'll like it as much, but we will try. Because there's no issues in Finale Land if we drop this down an octave. Now, this is all fine and good, but the melody is now getting lost. The horn color is slightly coming through. And I kind of want to keep it in this octave for the horn. It can go up. But where would it go up is my question. It could, I suppose, this entire section could actually go up an octave. And if I really want this to be prominent like I do. This is the problem that it gets into right here. And it's much more distinguishable here because the tuba isn't doubling it. So what I think our correct fix to our problem is... Yeah, right here it just gets way too busy. So I think our correct option would be to put this line here to here. And then we can leave it down on this bass note for resolution. Let's listen. yeah, that sort of breaks into more exactly what I envisioned and what I think does this piece the best justice. Because if you were astute in listening, and you can rewind the video too, here the horn is fine because the bass part isn't being doubled. It's still in a higher register, and all of the other notes are longer note values, resulting in this part being clearly distinguishable from the rest of the parts. And when we join up here, it's not as bad because although the tuba is now doubling the trombone, it's still in a higher register. The higher parts still aren't doing anything rhythmically interesting. And it still isn't too rhythmically busy. Listen again. And then here, we were getting into the problem where it's forte now, and it's a lower voice, and tubas. When we get our fortes, we need to play them out. We need to absolutely bring them out and play them out. So here, it makes sense because the horn's now going to a consistently lower register. It's more rhythmically active in the bass line. So it starts detracting and pulling away. You can still hear it if you listen for it, but this should be digestible on a first listen through to be like, okay, that's definitely the melody line. So I think that's where we'll end it for the day. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you'll join me in our future video series. We'll probably finish this out in the next 2 or 3 videos, edit it all out, and get it ready to share with the world. Now, as you keep on going in the world, keep writing, keep making music, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Cheers.